gathered if you've watched any of the other videos in this mini-series about renters' rights, that there are many aspects to it, but not many which I'm actually too concerned about. We as agents have our teams prepared to help look after you and your property. But one of the ones that is quite a concern is the changes to the legislation around rent arrears. So we've always had the risk of rent arrears, obviously within tenancies, but the game has changed a little bit here after the Renters' Rights Bill, because we first of all have notice period for that mandatory ground for rent arrears. The main one we would use in court is if there's been, used to be under the Section 8 route, 2 months of rent arrears, and we would then go to court, and that meant if we had those 2 months, we would get we would get an eviction if everything had been done properly. First of all, the notice period for that used to be 14 days and now it's doubled to 28 days. Secondly, it used to be a 2-month period and now it's a 3-month period. And thirdly, the detail of this legislation actually means that tenants could move in and be in rent arrears from pretty much the first day, because without going into too much detail and boring you, you have to get the tenancy agreement signed before you ask the tenant for their month's rent. So it could be possible that they've signed the agreement, have the renter right to move into the property, and may not have been able to pay that first month's rent. So as agents, obviously we will make sure our processes and our referencing processes are as robust as always. But the other thing which I think is vital for all landlords to really consider is the rent guarantee products. Before it was a risk choice, and I get that. Now the risk has really moved, and getting a product at a good price and a good policy is vital. So the great thing about being part of the Property Franchise Group is we are such a size that we have managed to get really good proposition for our franchisees to help you with, to look after you. And as a landlord who absolutely has a rent guarantee on her properties, I cannot urge you enough. If there was one piece of advice I would say, get your rent guarantee product in. For the price it's costing, for a few £100s, it absolutely is a game changer in terms of just protecting you. Because most of this Renters' Rights Bill, as with everything, there is an answer to it as long as you go to the right people and have the right knowledge at your fingertips. This is fine, but this is one element where you really can cover yourself, and we can help you do that, and I would really urge you to follow that through. Thank you.